What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Summoner's War video. I figured I'd do something different in the sense that I haven't really done it before, but it is another helpful instructional video. Um, this one's going to be tackling the ToA normal bosses from 10 to, I think I'll stop at 50, and then I'll go on in other videos beyond 50 and towards the boss. So how I tackle these bosses, how I defeat them, all, and I will show them all done free to play with free to play monsters. So, or monsters that you can get from Hall of Heroes. So this can be done by anyone as long as they played and gotten their free to play monsters. So level 10, excuse me, I will do the free to play monsters, and it should be pretty easy. So let me pick my team. Free to play team. And where is she? Yep. I know she's an Light Dark 4-star, but she was Hall of Heroes twice, I believe. Once, and then they did an event where she was Hall of Heroes again. So still free to play, right? And Mav, of course, you cannot go wrong with Mav. He's very OP for ToA. And Theomars. Theomars is a good free-to-play damage dealer, and he could definitely hit the bosses pretty hard. So let's take it from there. So there's not much to explain on ToA 10. It's fairly pretty easy. I'd say 99% of you can do it. But you know, with the right support team, it should be pretty easy for about pretty much 100% of the people. So there's not too much explanation there. Things will get. I'll just target the boss so I get this done quickly. Yeah, it's Camila, but she's not OP Camila. So okay, we did that. That was pretty easy. A little too easy. So let's get out of there. And why did it take me to the top? Right, so that was okay. So second stage, we'll do the same thing again. Fairly easy. Should be able to with this team or a team very similar to it, you should be able to auto it. So there's not too much tactics going on. It's pretty much survivability and enough damage. So later on, towards the other bosses, it will be more slow down. And yeah, see, just defense broke and took out the boss. Okay, so, but yeah, the main reason I'm doing this video is because I can't help but notice how many people are having issues with, you know, certain ToA stages, and that's why I'm going to do this next couple videos going over how you know, from my perspective, how I tackle the bosses and how I honestly keep on saying tackle. Am I an NFL player? Football player? No, but tackling their every different move set and, you know, teams that you got to deal with. So that was stage 20, and there's stage 30. So I don't see too many people asking for like help with such early stages. It's mainly like 50 and above. So, but you can see here that with this team and decent some decent runes, or the right runes at least, the right runes for the monsters, you should be able to just go through it, and they auto it and they work as well as they should. You know, you have Beretta with the dots and the stuns because he's on despair. You have Bella with the defense break and the heal and the attack bar boost. Arya with the CC, you know, the debuffs. Mav with the cooldown. What was it? Reduce the cooldown. And you know, the cleanse, the one skill cleanse, and the AoE speed buff for your team, full team speed buff. And Theomars. Theomars has the elemental advantage towards any boss, so he's a good choice to be doing damage. A good choice, free to play, Nat 5 who does a lot of damage. So, all right, so that was 30, right? 30. Let's go on to yeah. Okay, so at later stages when the boss is this guy, he is very problematic. Fortunately, this month he's early on, so he's not that big of an issue. But I will explain how to beat him nonetheless, no matter what stage. Of course, I gotta drink water all the time because water is delicious. Yeah, I can't talk for like 2 hours and just go without water. Like I talk and my mouth is like a desert. That's me. Some people can talk for years and somehow are still alive because they haven't drank any water, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we got that first wave down. Okay. Yes. If you have Arya and you haven't built her, please take advantage of her. That just sounds terrible. Use her skills for ToA. She is well worth the time and effort. And Mav. I've seen a lot of people that just don't have Mav built. Mav is amazing. All right, so normally the first things you want to do is slow glance everyone, right? Slow them down, glance them, make sure they are glancing you, and break Artamiel's defense. That way, when he goes nuts and does his, crit revenge skill, passive nonsense, it doesn't hurt as much. So, I meant to do that with Bella, but I had it on auto. And yes, CC and dot the other enemies as much as you can. As much as you can. Here we go with the slow. So we've slowed Artamiel and the monkeys and the Yeti. Now we're going to defense break him and fail completely. But we will do it with Theomars, so that's good. Also, you gotta make good use of Beretta's second skill too. Mainly it's for the boss, but there are times when one of your most important monsters could get killed off by one of the regular monsters because you didn't reset its attack bar. So you have to look at all of the monsters. Don't just focus on the boss. Like these two wind monkeys, they're ready to go, ready to attack. And let's say you had Theomars was defense broken, and Theomars is your main damage dealer. You don't want him to go anywhere, otherwise you won't beat the boss. You don't have that much damage. You want to reset and control them as much too, while keeping the boss at bay as well. Don't just ignore them or every now and then attack them, because they can ruin the entire plan. So for this instance, I will not reset that guy, but at least I stunned him. But you understand what I mean. And then you can't with Arya, you can't sleep the boss, right? You can't sleep the boss, but you can sleep the little guys. So apparently I can't do anything. I can't do anything towards the enemy. So I will take advantage of Mav and his provoke, right? There we go. Theomars should be safe, not getting stunned by the monkey, unless the monkey does its passive, which is also annoying. That's why I wanted to sleep and reducing attack bar wouldn't do it, but sleeping him would stop him. So let's increase attack bar here. Attack Artemiel. Yeah, that just hurts. Okay, so I know we beat him pretty quickly because he's only stage 40, but at stage 80 or stage 90, right? 80 or 90 on normal and especially hard, you have to choose who to attack, who to stun, who to sleep, who to provoke, who to reduce attack bar wisely. So, because just about any of those monsters can probably either, you know, one shot or 80% one shot one of your monsters. So crowd control and debuffing at the right time, stunning it is very, very important. So that's the message I want to get relay with the bosses that you will encounter early on. If you are having issues now and you start progressing and beating them now, you'll run into those issues later. So it's, you know, it's best to prepare for that situation. So let's go back and do, was it 50? We got 50. All right, so yep, we're just, as you can see, we're still using the same team. And this boss is, I can't remember her name, the light hell lady. As soon as we face her, I'll remember how to completely counter everyone, because I don't remember what monsters she has on the side. Oh, this is another reason why Mav is amazing, because you see all those bombs, they're gone. Those bombs could, you know, they would stun, right? I think they would stun, yeah. And they ignore defense, so that's very problematic, but he just got rid of them. Excuse me. Water somehow is making me burpy. I should probably drink some more. But yeah, use Mav as much as you can in ToA normal and hard. He shines in ToA hard. I'll be honest, he shines more in ToA hard. I feel like Mav in ToA normal is a bit of overkill, at least early on stages. Like, it's just like, okay, all right, he took care of all that. But yes, if you have Mav, build him up. I've beaten ToA hard with Mav as a 5-star, but it was just a little risky, so I ended up 6-starring him anyways. All right, so we have lots of dots from Breda and Gibraltar, and so we don't want them. We don't want them to be hitting hard or landing their dots. So we're gonna go straight for the boss. In this instance, we're gonna go straight for the boss and not do any defense break at all. And okay, so with Breda, we can try to reset. One of the little dudes here, Arya, sleep. Man, can't do anything. So much resistance. Okay, so you see how they start coming back with the dots out of nowhere. Yeah, so that's very problematic. All right, so that's a lot of dots on me. Take one of those out of there. Okay, so we lost Mav. And let's see if we can still come out of here alive. We should still be able to go, because I decided to go straight for the boss, and that's what I'm doing. And see that? Okay, so we still succeeded, but you saw how things got out of hand. It would have been great if I was able to stun and sleep like I was gonna, like I wanted to do, but obviously RNG and Resistance said hell no to Tetsuo today. That was not gonna happen. Let's make him look terrible in front of everyone. But okay, so that was the first 5. Was it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50? Yeah, 5 bosses. I can't even count today. 5 bosses. As you can see with that team, if you have it, which I hope you have at least 40 to 60% of the team so far, because Bella Secret Dungeon, Breda's Fusible, Theo Guild Wars, if you've done a Guild Wars enough, Mav is a 3-star, fairly easy to get, and yes, with this team, you should be able to do good, assuming you don't get resisted on everything you try to do. So I hope that you saw from my perspective of what teams I use, you've learned something for the first 10 to to 50 bosses. 10 to 50 bosses. The first 5 bosses. How about that? That sounds way more confusing. But yeah, I hope you learned something. I will be doing videos for the stage 60, 70, 80, 90, and to the boss. So, hope you liked it. If you did like it a lot, you know, hit the like button. Comment if you have any input whatsoever or any questions, and definitely subscribe if you really liked the video and you want to watch those next videos to help out with ToA, because ToA is important. Don't forget that. Those prizes are nice. But yes, I'll catch you all in the next video, and have a good rest of your day. See you later.